Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Let's go ahead and take a look at LR, Golden Frieza, and Gogeta right here. Our newest tag character. I think it's they're a pretty fun unit. I think there's a lot of different ways we could utilize this character. They're going to be buffing a lot of teams. They're just going to be helping generally in a lot of different ways. So in terms of build right here, I mean, you guys know, like, it's just, like, when we're in, like, it'll bitty baby land, right, like, you know, we can go, like, additionals and crits and raw attack and stuff like that. But when we're in the hardest of the hardest fights, this build right here would probably do the most work in terms of us being able to win, right? It's simply put, just that simple. I think that this should work pretty well. You know, this would hurt a little bit of the shenanigans where, I mean, mostly, like, I think more like Twitter screenshots than super practical, but where we build up, like, a lot of damage, because remember, Frieza does get that 100, I'm gonna switch over in 1 second here, but Windows 11 is gonna be a thorn in my side, but I could switch it while talking. We get the 150% attack and 10% chance to crit every time Frieza's attacked in the turn, and of course, you know, we can combo that with his active skill target mechanic, you know, in a major way, right? So if we jump over here, this right here, remember, you do have to actually get hit, so a dodge would work bad for this, but this builds up with dodge. So I deem this to be the smartest way to utilize this guy. Let's just jump in. We could look at a lot of different things. There's many different things we could do with this character, right? So let's just go ahead and hop to it. Alright guys, here we are in an event. We have Golden Frieza. Okay, so remember, we'll start on Golden Frieza's team here. Well, Golden Frieza and Gogeta. Because on their team, I think it's the easiest to be able to potentially, like, let the flow of battle go, and we can decide how we want to play things, right? Do we want to go for Golden Frieza's target mechanic, active skill, which we could do literally turn 1. I think this will really make Frieza very impactful on villain teams, by the way. You know, to be able to protect some of the other characters with Rose, you know, around, and then also Omega, like, it'll just work super well. But then we also do have enough superclass allies to get Gogeta to show up. Third turn, character's entry turn, that's just our second turn, right? Gogeta will show up, and then if we want to, we'll be able to go right into Gogeta's active, right? So that's pretty good. Alright, so in this first turn, we should be fine just like this. Pikkon is going to give us some support. I wish Vegeta was supporting us, but let me chill. Alright, this is a turn where Vegeta actually should be useful, by the way. Because I think, like, Vegeta's restriction seems a little tough to me, where it's got to be full movie hero or full movie bosses. But this is a full movie hero rotation for Vegeta, so he is at 80% dodge. So we'll see how Vegeta does right there. Alright, so let's go. So Golden Frieza, so when we dodge like this, that is building up his defense, which I care more about. When we directly get hit, that's going to give him the offense, but I don't, like, I could sacrifice the offense for stronger defenses. Many times, you know, when, like, characters have come out, you guys have heard me go, like, oh, like, you know, the character is really good, but, like, you know, we take a little bit of that offense away, put it in defense, and they're much better. By giving him all that dodge and raw defense, our Golden Frieza should be looking really good when it comes to dealing with these bosses. I think so. And then next turn, I mean, we're going to be turn 3 with the ability to go into Gogeta. I might just do Gogeta, but then just, like not use his active yet. Or, remember, there's so many different ways we could play this. We'll make sure to take Golden Frieza. When we take Golden, I'm going to do what I did in the 55% video. We'll take Golden Frieza into the Blue Goku fight on Omega's team. I think that's a good place to have Golden Frieza get huge damage, right? All right, good job, Pikkon. Damn, this Vegeta, Jesus, that does look really good. Like, now that we're actually, like, in-game seeing it, like, damn, that does look good. That's 16 million right there? Is that really what that is? The 16 million? That's it? That's all he does? Huh. Alright, well, he had 80% dodge, which is good. Is that what that was? That was 16 million? Bro, I'm sorry, man. A lot of times these attack stats, they fly up on the fucking screen so fast. Bro, it's hard to see, man. It is. It's hard to damn. All right, Vegeta. Damn, dude. I thought that's it for Vegeta. Okay, whatever. This friend Golden Frieza is also rainbowed. But unfortunately he's only level 7 Links. The build is okay, I guess. I mean, crit doesn't really do anything for this character, really. I mean, for Golden Frieza, sure, but I don't know. I would like to see him tank a little bit. I mean, I could just let... Well, I do have to understand who's on rotation with us also. Do I just... Yeah, this is why Broly-chan and Limo fucking suck. I don't care what anyone says. So we have these big orb-hungry LRs right here. Golden Frieza and Gogeta and the gods. And, that's all well and good, but, I gotta... Really, I should just set up Broly-chan and Limo, right? Which I can't. Oh my god. Please, dude. Never mind. Because it just... Oh! There we go. Perfect. Okay, it did work. Alright, so we'll hit this. This will give defensive support to Frieza. I mean, Gogeta's not going to super attack in slot 1. I guess this would be kind of like the worst case for Golden Frieza, right? Where, all of those attacks are in the Tech Pan slot. So that's before Golden Frieza can even... I mean, if we pop his active, sure. But we'll have plenty of opportunities to use all these different characters' abilities and shit like that. Alright. This is actually potentially a good fight to do, the Golden Frieza active, but swap to Gogeta as well. I think that this is actually a good candidate to do that, right? Where it's actually going to be able to help us quite a bit. Alright, so there's Golden Frieza. Golden Frieza should be pretty tanky. I think depending upon the fight, maybe Golden Frieza could take a lot of damage, right away. Like similar to, a Vegeta and Trunks type thing. Where a boss just, instantly supers. And that could cut us up. That definitely is possible. Oh, I'm going to have to reset. Because we're going to have to, Gogeta actually, showing up. His exchange animation. Because we have animations off right now. So we'll have to reset to get that back in right here. Okay, sure. Alright, the gods are doing their thing right here. Alright, I guess I could probably just cut right now because we know Broly-chan and Limo, we got them their 7 orbs, so they have 100% dodge. And then gods, their first turn, especially after attacking on their first turn, guard, 77% damage reduction, and then all of these stacks right there, I mean, they're not going to take damage, right? They're good. They're good to go. And boom. Okay. We hit a potential system dodge it anyway. Sure. Sure we do, dude. Whatever. Sure. Alright, so here's Broly-chan and Limo. They are at least a support type unit. That's good. That's good. Right? They gave a little bit of extra key to Golden Frieza. Which was helpful for sure. Alright, we'll hit that. Sure. 0 damage. Not a big deal, though, because the 100% dodge is the most important thing, right? Okay, perfect. Gogeta tries to super, and it's in vain. Alright, here. Let me just reset so we can get this exchange animation coming in. Alright, so yeah, there we go. There is Gogeta showing up. Do gotta love that. Actually, this is a perfect turn to do that little... the little shenanigans, huh? I think, I think right here... Yeah, I mean, we could just... Because, okay, so remember, there's a lot of different things you could do with their actives. Remember, you do have to pick one or the other, right? You use Golden Frieza's active or Gogeta's active. The way these tag characters work, you're able to use one of the two actives. Now, when Gogeta shows up, Frieza changes AGL and FCR key spheres to tech, and physical and int key spheres to rainbow. So, bam, we are just changing a huge amount of orbs and putting them right on the field in front of us, right? So then now we go ahead and take a look right there, and we're looking good, right? So Gogeta, when we swap into Gogeta, he is going to get, he is going to get 5% dodge per orb. And then I was reading this wrong before, my bad. He gets attack for himself, but then allies get the defensive support. But, you know, so he'll get extra damage, but then he's also going to give allies massive defensive support, right? 10% defense per orb, that's huge. And then we combine that with his 18-key super attack effect, where he's giving the allies 50% defense for one turn. I mean, that's pretty massive right there. So, remember, Frieza, his active will do a target mechanic. We can do that, and then we get swap into Gogeta. And then Gogeta will still have the target mechanic. And then if you get 10 orbs with Gogeta, which we have 14 in front of us, Gogeta is going to be able to target mechanic, draw everything right towards him. So we know how this fight works. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he's supering in slot 2 and slot 3. So this is the perfect place to utilize Gogeta's, to use this strat. Now, real quick, I just want to play the voice lines for when they're tagging back and forth. Alright, so we pop Golden Frieza's active. Let's go ahead and take a look at what he's looking like right here. So he's fully built up, right? It's, 5 either received hits or 5 dodges. Either will do it, right? It's just, as long as he's guarding, any targets toward him will build him up. So, I mean, we're at nearly 4 million defense right there. And, of course, we do have the target mechanic. Now, we could swap into Gogeta right here. Okay? So we swap into Gogeta, and he still has the effects of Golden Frieza's active up for himself. So that is good. I mean, there are particular situations where this will be very effective. A lot of fights are probably just going to have that boss supering right away. But in this fight specifically, we have a boss who's supering multiple times out of slot 1. So this is really like a perfect way to use this. And we don't need... Gogeta's active does change the whole field of orbs into tech. But that first turn when Gogeta shows up, Frieza creates orbs anyway. So we could just hit this, and we're good to go. And we're going to get some decent support for Gogeta as well. Because we got, Tech Broly is supporting. Because technically, I mean, it is silly to say and think about, but Gogeta here... Our boy Gogeta, remember, he is a movie boss's character. He's a villain. I still think, like, the funniest thing is just, like, swapping over, and it's just Gogeta, but it's extreme tech. It's a villain Gogeta, right? That's how Dokkan figured, okay, Amatsu's like, I got it. We need to drop more villains. I know exactly what we can do. Villain Gogeta, baby. That's what we got. All right, let's see what we do right here. 46 million. Remember, on the turn where he does the active, his damage will be way higher. Next turn might be a good time to do that, although the friend Gogeta's not... Well, his links aren't level 10, but he does have an attack equip, right? Whereas mine is mostly defense. Now, remember, Gogeta doesn't really need the raw defense. He is just, like, kind of, like, meant to dodge. But, I mean, moments, I think, will come in the future where he will be getting hit. I just feel like if Golden Frieza, if we're safe with Golden Frieza, you know, like, up until Gogeta shows up, like, we're gonna be cooking hard. I think that this character should be pretty good. Alright, so remember, every attack is being drawn right to him. So we don't have to worry about nothing on this rotation. We're completely good. Alright, Dokkan do his thing. Now, this enemy Gogeta does have a lot of HP, so it's going to take us a little bit to completely finish him off here, but we'll get there, we'll get there. Alright, we do have a strong rotation here. Now, usually, Gogeta, I feel like, doesn't even attack slot 3 on this next rotation. I feel like that's what he usually does on turn 4, right? Let's see here. All right, Gogeta. Yep, doing good stuff. Just dodge, 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 dodge. Perfect. Raw defense not really doing too much for us right there, but it's all good. It's all good. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we're going to get right here. Yeah, okay, so perfect. So on this rotation, I think we'll probably just go ahead and use Gogeta's active. And we could just, you know, turn the whole field. Vegeta's going to be safe in slot 3. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just throw Gogeta's active right here. Alright, so there's Gogeta's active. Let's just go ahead and throw up on screen what exactly that does. So we could use Gogeta's active as long as we have 3 superclass allies on the team. He gets the 540% attack temporarily, ultimate damage to the enemy, 540% defense. I assume this is here just in case for dodge canceling bosses. And then he changes all key spheres to tech key spheres for 1 turn. So then we'll be able to combo it with, you know, all of this, right? He'll have guaranteed dodge. He's going to give the allies a defensive support. He's going to get 4 additional supers from this. And then he's also given allies defense right here, right? So Gogeta is set up to sit in slot 1 and do a huge amount of damage. And then also to be able to give allies a lot of extra defense as well. All right, now we'll just go ahead and transform the gods. We actually got a decent field of orbs right there that loaded in afterwards. Wow, that was pretty lucky. All right, so we'll hit that. And we got a nice amount of orbs coming up next turn. Remember, we do have Broly, Chai, and Lemo, so we're going to want to hopefully have 7 available for them. That might be 7 right there. All right, so remember, Gogeta has 100% dodge right here. Usually Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I think he does kind of like open with a super attack in slot 1, and then I think his second super will be in slot 2, right? Alright, what's the damage at? 57 million right there, okay. We'll make sure to get, like, you know, some silliness. We'll probably do, like, Gogeta's active turn with, like, double AJL Gogeta or something like that. See what the damage looks like later on. It'll be, like, this guy could have a god turn, right? You know, really able to give allies a lot of defense, as well as just do a ridiculous amount of damage. Remember, every super Gogeta's doing right here, too, is guaranteed crits. These are all guaranteed crits right here. All of them. And he'll do, what is the best he could do? So he'll do his active attack, and then he could do 6 super attacks, is what he could do. Because he'll get 4 additional supers from the 20 orbs, his regular super that he could do, and then he could do the hidden potential system additional super. And then you'd have the active attack, right? So, I mean, this is what, like, these tag characters, once you get to the turn where you're able to do their actives, I mean, you usually have complete control of the fight. Alright, we'll probably be able to win on the next turn with the gods active. So as long as we survive this next turn, I think with the physical orbs, we might be able to hit 7 for Broly-chan and Lemo, I think. We'll play this run out. I think the next run we'll do, maybe, is we'll go to probably the blue Goku fight with Omega's team. I mean, there's a lot of different things with this character we could play around with, we could do. I think that this is a good character that can buff, like, villain teams, can buff superclass teams. I think I would say that they're probably my favorite designed character in the game right now. Because it's like they have strong abilities all over. Their restrictions aren't really so bad. And you could utilize these abilities just, again, all over. I think that they're very good. Alright, so there's Vegeta. Like, am I missing something with this Vegeta? Like, he seems pretty not too good, right? God damn, Vegeta. You forget all your good shit at home? Come on, bro. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Gogeta does want orbs, too. We could go into Golden Frieza. Now, remember, Golden Frieza will still be guarding right here. I mean, yeah, actually, this probably is we probably could do this. Because, remember, Broly-chan and Lemo, I mean, when they attack, they're going to give an extra 10% damage reduction, right? So that'll push Golden Frieza up to 80% damage reduction with guard. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that this defensive level we have right here, I mean, that's kind of it, right? Like, that's it. Because if we take a look at this, it's like Frieza, the only defense he's really getting is this right here. And then his super attack effects, he's not getting defense. I think that may be the one thing I would add to him. Like, I get it. I feel like nowadays they do this because otherwise these characters would be very hard to power creep unless they just directly said, all right, another 10 million damage to the boss's supers and stuff, right? So I think that's why, you know, to make it a little bit easier to power creep them. Because otherwise, like, this character could have an absolutely insane life just at, you know, in, like, slot 3. So, like, I get it, but okay. I think I do want to rock Golden Frieza right here. And see how this is going to look. So let's just do this. Especially with Broly-chan and Lemo giving Frieza extra defense. And we'll hit this right here. I think Gogeta's supering in slot 1 and slot 2, right? Alright, remember, this does give extra damage reduction right here to Golden Frieza. That's one area where Vegeta will be helping us. The Vegeta is he's going to be creating the orbs, right? Alright. Yep, there's a super attack. Okay, we have 100% dodge right here. The enemy Gogeta, he's got to be frustrated as fuck, dude. It's just like, hello. Like, can I have a chance, please? Alright, so Frieza's damage looks pretty low right there, but, you know, he gets a lot of his damage, you know, as he's getting hit, right? So, like, that's where we would actually be able to see him hit much harder. Alright, so we'll drop those, sure. Hit him attention system additional normal, that's fine. Alright, let's see here, Gogeta. Okay. No! He's super in slot 3! God damn it. I'd have put Golden Frieza in slot 3 if I knew for sure. Damn. Damn. I wanted to see how Golden Frieza could tank. I mean, we probably would have a good chance at dodging it, but... Very last attack, huh? Alright. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Alright, Pikkon, Dokkan, good shit. We're looking good here for sure. Let's go ahead and transform. It is a Gogeta showcase. And to be fair, this is one of my favorite animations in Dokkan history, so I'll play this. Alright, so remember with Gogeta, he's gonna get 7 as his high as we can go. This is the friend unit though. God damn it, dude. Yeah, this is the friend unit. Maybe I should get Gogeta in slot 2 instead. Let's hit this. Oh, that gets us to 8, which is a little bit better. Yeah, sure. Let's also transform Tech Broly. We definitely do want, you know, the damage of Tech Broly right here. Alright, so hopefully the friend unit will be able to cook up for us. Let's do that. And let's hit this. Now, remember, Gogeta, by the way, does have 40% damage reduction. But I guess in this fight specifically, because we're going up against an AGL boss, it will really matter. And that's why I put Gogeta in slot 2 as well. Gods, do your job. Okay. Well. Of course. Thanks, gods. That's real good. Real good, fellas. Real good. Real good. Alright, guys. Jumping into another run. Here we have the Blue Goku fight. One thing I really want to do in here is I would like to build up Golden Frieza's damage quite a bit with his active and let him really go to town. But I definitely wouldn't want to do that on this first turn because we don't have Omega Shenron's support up yet. So we'll just do this. I'll leave AGL Rose on rotation to give us some support. Because remember, LR Rose is really only supporting Goku Black characters. My brain just paused for a second. He's just like, hang on, I'll be back in a sec. Okay. Alright, let's see what Golden Frieza does right here. Now, remember, like, when we take, like, the top 6 LRs and their teams, you know, Omega, Rose, AGL Super Saiyan 4, Gogeta, the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, if we take these characters' teams, like, you know, out of the current content, was that 30 million right there? Damn, he really does get absolutely huge damage, though. He gets such monster damage from every hit he receives, right? So that turn where you pop his active, I mean, we could just have silliness. All right, hit him potential system additional normal. It's going to happen every single time we proc it throughout the video. Very good. Bro, please. Oh, my God, Frieza. That's all right. He's going to triple super for us on the turn where we are going to have the, you know, active anyway. So going back to his super attack effects quickly, we did see it, but remember Frieza does lower attack. Certainly this could be useful. I mean, Dokkan does like doing this nowadays where they're dropping fights that can be attack debuff. I think it's a good way to, you know, maybe balance fights a little bit to allow us to kind of attack debuff. I feel like usually stunning and sealing probably is too strong, but at least in a lot of cases. But attack debuffing really is... I feel like they've utilized that very well in some of these fights. So, all right, let's come back for Golden Frieza's next turn. We'll have Omega's Domain up, and then we're also going to have both Omega Shenron supports up. So, I mean, we could have Golden Frieza do a real crazy amount of damage. Although, maybe we should wait till turn 5 to do this, because then we could also have Goku Black's active up. So, yeah, I think I might do that. I think I might. All right, guys. I actually, man, this is nice. We get a lot of, bro. We have so much support up right here. I think we gotta do this right now. Let's just see. Let's like Golden Frieza, because remember we're getting huge support from Omega, AGL Rose. Like now is the time. It's time. Let's pop it. Let's go. Alright, so this is also good because there's only one attack in slot 3. So we can really build up a huge amount of this right here, right? Link-wise, I guess is going to be a little bit of an issue for Frieza. I mean, once AGL-LR Golden Frieza comes out, it'll get a lot better for him. But his link set, Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Shocking Speed, Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. That's what we're rocking with in terms of this link set. And then it's, you know, it's mostly other, like, Frieza clan characters. To be fair, we can definitely run AGL Full Power Frieza on Omega's team. Like, you can. You know, like, maybe, like, we gotta be smart with how we use him at points, but he is good enough to be run. And this guy is a super elite, but he's still days and days and days away. It does... I mean, I don't know, like, I think I like the current design philosophy that they've used for the last couple of months. So what they've been doing is, the team itself, I feel like, is a bit weaker, really. But the character themselves are just so crazy. And that's what we've seen with the recent 6 LRs. The GDC LRs, plus this one, where, I mean, they themselves, I mean, all 6... are just, I mean, chat, they're just so fucking crazy, man. Like, they're all, like, it is high comedy. I think all of them can have moments where they can get caught, for sure. But, like, you really have to be going out of your fucking way most of the time to have any of the 6 really look embarrassing, right? So we're getting huge, Omega Shenron is, LR Omega is given 3 different versions of support right here. With the domain plus both intros. STR Omega supporting, AGL Rose supporting. We're going to get hit from, like, everything right here. And this is going to be huge. This is going to be a really big damage number right here. Like, Golden Frieza. And this would just be, like, so far, like, we're not really doing anything, like, super abnormal. This is just, like, a regular run. Like this is juiced, but guess what happens when you run a character on the Omega Shenron team? They get juiced. That's just very normal and natural. So, let's see how we're going to look right here. Super Bosses now. Definitely a nice buff with this Golden Frieza. And we'll see what the Part 2 LR is going to be. Really, really hard to predict. I feel like Dokkan could go in so many different ways with this. I feel like my gut still wants to go most likely down the path of, like, a Broly or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. I could easily see, like, if it's like Namek Goku, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Orange Piccolo, yeah, makes sense. Right? Like, if Vegito Blue and Trunks stand by, yup, makes sense. Like, I feel like I'm ready for anything at this point for Part 2. Alright, yep, Omega's doing good damage. Alright, and then every one of these, 150% attack, 150% attack, 150% attack, and then, what is this? 154? God damn, that's, like, very casual, too. Imagine if we did, like, real, like, bullshit. Like, imagine if we were doing, like, you know, if we had, like, items, support memories, right? Like, dude, like, Frieza is real crazy. No hidden potential system at all this time. God damn him. Alright, that was good damage, though. That was Golden Frieza really kicking ass. That was beautiful. Yeah, dude, it's just, oh, man, that's nice. That's nice.
この世界で絶対的な力を持つのは私と私。この二人だけだ。
Alright guys, I just wanted to get a juice rotation. So we saw, like, a really good rotation with Golden Frieza. We did see Golden Frieza utilize his ability, you know, for the target mechanic, get a lot of damage. I feel like by this point we have talked about a lot of the aspects of the character, right? Really both characters. Now, I mean, again, we kind of saw, like, a juiced up version of Golden Frieza. We could always get higher and higher and higher, but that was a pretty good juice turn. I want to do one of these for Gogeta as well, right? Go ahead and drop his active. Oh yeah, this is something, man, this is a strong ability, this full heal Gogeta has when we get just a key orb. It's very similar to just what Gohan, Goten, and Trunks have, where Trunks and Goten, the first time they get a key orb, they get that 77% dodge for their first turn, right? So, I mean, Gogeta's got that, but it's just a very, like, kind of, like, niche thing. Sometimes it's going to be really helpful, and sometimes it's not, right? Like, that's all. All right, so let's do this. I suppose one other thing to consider is that, we could probably go into Festival and think of like all the turns of like Vegeta and Trunks stacking for Golden Frieza. Like Golden Frieza could be really crazy towards the end and use his target mechanic against Vegito. That would be interesting, right? That would be very, very interesting. I think with the turns of stacks from Vegeta and Trunks, I think they probably should be good. The team we would use now, remember, fusions are not on bond of parent and child, so we are going to have to use like the Blues team for a festival run, but you know, there's shenanigans we could do towards the end of that could be really, really fun. So all right, I'm gonna just come back on like turn, I don't know, probably like 5 or 7 or something, and sort of see what we're gonna look like with a little bit of extra juicing going on, right? So Golden Frieza just a little bit juiced. Well, not Golden Frieza, but Gogeta. And see what Gogeta's going to look like with, like, some massive stats here. Alright, guys. Gamers. Let's see what Daddy Gogeta's going to look like right here. Why don't we get... I never play these. Why don't we get these? Let's fuse into the... So we'll get double AGL Gogeta. And then we'll also have the Tech Gogeta. We've got, you know, quite a bit of support going up right now. So Gogeta is certainly going to be looking very, very strong. Let's get this going here. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and drop the second active. So now we are juiced up like crazy, right? We got a lot of support coming in on the Gogeta side. We saw Golden Frieza juiced, now we can see Gogeta juiced. Alright, so let's see. So what is Gogeta's stats looking like right here? So this is what this boy is looking like. Okay, and as you guys can see, we'll have most of our links active as well, which is good. Now remember, AGL Gogeta is, I mean, he's pretty much like the only Goku and Vegeta fusion character that is not on Kamehameha, by the way. And then obviously this Tech Gogeta, he does have Kamehameha directly as a link. So, alright, let's use Gogeta's active now. Go ahead and get the full field of orbs and all the good stuff here. Sorry guys, I decided to send Boojin to hell right there. And that way we get the full 9s right on there. Alright, so let's just go God turn for Gogeta. What's our defense here? 15 million? Wow, that's pretty strong. So Gogeta, he'd be like easily tanking AGL Super Gogeta Super Attack and Festival at this point. Holy shit. Yeah, that might have to be our next... I mean, man, I gotta choose my words carefully, man. I'm very good at getting people mad while I'm rage baiting / cat laughing. But I saw a lot of frustration with festival battles on the timeline today, dude. Alright, what do we got right here? Here, let's focus in. Oh! Damn! Alright, now remember, so he does this. This is a guaranteed crit, by the way. And then we have 4 guaranteed additional supers right here coming in. Yep. So he could go really, really crazy, Gogeta. I like this character. This Golden Frieza and Gogeta. Man, I don't... Right now, I do think, like... It doesn't matter the most, I think, like, oh, like, which character's directly, like, #1 or anything like that. I feel like I do feel pretty confidently that I want to say I do like the blues as #1, but I think this character could be #2. I think this character could be 2. I think Omega could be 2. I think that EGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could be 2. I think Gohan, Goten, and Trunks could be 2. Like, you know, the top 6 LRs are just ridiculous, right? That top 6 is utterly insane. So, yeah, guys, there is the LR Golden Frieza and Gogeta. I think at this point we have gone over like all the different aspects of the character, right? Like we talked about all the abilities. I guess one thing we didn't really talk about, well, like I did mention Gogeta has, you know, a lot of his links up with AGL Gogeta right there, right? The Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, Prepare for Battle, Over in a Flash, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. We all, you know, got most of those up with AGL Gogeta. His super attack effects as well. Remember, he's getting 100% attack and defense right there. Raise allies 50% defense for 1 turn. And then 50% attack and defense right there. That's why, remember earlier in the video when the gods got sniped in slot 1, and I decided to put this guy in slot 2. It's because I knew after he did all these super attacks with all this, plus the damage reduction, the damage reduction that he's going to have, where is it? Right here. With this, I knew that he was going to be A-OK in front of that Gogeta, but then the gods just decided to not dodge. It could happen, right, with the gods. So, yeah, there we go. There is the LR Golden Frieza and Gogeta. I think this character is absolutely incredible. I think they're stupendous. I think they're amazing. I'm just going to end on their card art here. We'll get into, you know, a bunch of different showcases with them. Remember, there's a lot of different ways we could utilize this character too, with them having, you know, 26, they have 26 categories or 25? They have 25 categories. Yeah, 25 categories this character has. So, you know, we're able to use them on so many teams, so many missions, so many setups, so many situations. I mean, that's the thing this is what is really so damn nice about these tag characters, is just their presence on virtually, you know, every category, right? A huge, huge asset. So let me know what you guys think again about the LR Golden Frieza and Gogeta right here. Definitely a very fun character. I think this unit is going to be able to handle business quite nicely. And I think that this is just a tremendous unit overall. I want to say I like them potentially as 2, but it does get tough. And I do think that you could make compelling arguments for a lot of the top 6 to me is pretty definitive. But like beyond that, like in the top 6, you can rearrange characters. Like I could even see people saying like, oh, Omega's #1. Like I think it's valid, right? Like the blues are my personal pick, but all those top 6, I mean, they're just so well designed, so many strengths, very, very minor flaws. Just really all looking very, very good.